Hello everyone and welcome to Live from Abuja, reaching you from Nigeria's capital city.
On the show, we will take you through major events in politics, entertainment and sports that shaped the week in Nigeria and across the world. I am Jane Francis Mweze.
Sit back, relax and enjoy the show. I am Ademola Lawrence. Indeed, an interesting week for Nigeria, from May 29 being the Democracy Day, and of course, the new introduction of the Nigerian national anthem. What a week.
Well, of course, it was a massive one. I was going to say that was the high point of the week. It's going to dominate, or rather dominated a lot of discussions before, after people were anticipating, and after people, continued talking about it. So it's there's a lot around what this administration have done in the last 1 year, where it's aiming to go. But yeah, we'll get into that.
Interesting. And now let's say hello to Nigeria's new, or should I say, old national anthem. It was first used in 1960 but stopped in 1978 by General Olusegun Obasanjo, which was considered as a colonial pattern gift. But in many cases, love it or hate it, it is here to stay because it is now law after 46 years.
There's been like a back and forth of some people saying, we're not adopting it, but being an act of law, I don't think it's an option. I mean, you can't come for an event representing Nigeria and then you're like, you know what, that Hildy, Nigeria with Hildy is not my anthem. Please, can you give me Arise, O Compatriots and all that? So I think, yeah, people people may want to, yeah, of course. I mean, when the Senate president, said that they should maybe some kind of lead by example by singing, a lot of people felt they were going to be, wouldn't be able to do that. But, yeah. I mean, maybe they surprised or they shut a lot of people up, singing the old new national anthem. So it was quite, but I think we can try.
Can we?
I think we can try.
You're the choir.
Why? I don't know. Why is he pointing at me?
Let's go. Yeah.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own native land. Though tribes and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. I mean, I think it's like it reflects a lot about what we are presently, how we are, the things we're going through, the fact that a lot of people feel that, Nigeria is not working and the division. So, but the anthem kind of would be a daily reminder that, we're in this together. And though the tongues may differ, but yes, we're still one Nigeria at the end of the day. And I don't think we're the only people, existing like that in the world.
I also think that, the president, before he even became the president now, he has always said that if he had a chance, he would, bring back the whole national anthem. I think it's one of the things that was actually on his mind. And though we might, there are a lot of controversies about why is it at this time, what do we really need the national anthem for, the new national anthem?
Well, so the thing is, both can exist. I mean, I don't think it's displacing anything, the fact that...
But so far it's now signed into law. It's now an act. So the fact is that whether you like it or not, it's here to stay. So as a Nigerian, your new national anthem is Nigeria we hail thee. So everybody, of course, we all need to keep to it. It's what it is. It has come to stay. It has come to stay. And I think for a lot of us, who believes in this country, in brotherhood,
we stand.
Interesting.
All right, interesting. And it was a really very busy week, and it is President Bola Tinubu's first year in office, and in the low-key celebrations, a lot of projects were inaugurated, from the light rail in the nation's capital city to the various road infrastructure that has changed not only the face of the nation's capital city, but also other parts of the country.
On 29th of May 2023, President Bola Tinubu promised Nigerians a renewed hope in the area of infrastructure development And this featured prominently on the Lagos State as we reviewed development in the sector and how it has impacted national development.
One of the few policies President Bola Tinubu designed to revamp infrastructure and grow Nigeria's economy is the establishment of the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund. One infrastructure that has the president bragging about his achievements in less than a year are road projects ongoing in different parts of the country.
To me, today is my day to brag. It's my bragging day. Don't be afraid. We will do this road. 700 kilometers. It will be a success for Nigeria, and we'll do more of this.
Some of the infrastructural projects under the federal government are the reconstruction of the 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar Coastal Superhighway, 1,000-kilometer Sokoto-Badagry Highway, design and procurement of 461-kilometer Africa Trans-Sahara route, and the reconstruction and rehabilitation of 330 roads and bridges across the 6 geopolitical zones. In Lagos alone, there are at least 8 projects that have been rehabilitated or under construction. One of them is a 3rd mainland bridge. The government says the coastal highways in Nigeria will be transformed into tourist destinations with enhanced security, recreational facilities, and efficient transportation, cutting down travel time by 50% nationwide.
700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road is built in 6/10 lanes, where we have a lot of infrastructure, where we have urban development. We are doing 10 lanes. And the road is done with 11 inches concrete pavements using Y20 reinforcement. The project is procured and is to be completed in sections. First section, we've done over 1.3 kilometers completed. And legacy project of Mr. President, they all have train tracks. Lagos Calabar has train tracks at the middle, 25 meters width. The rest of the other 2 have train tracks by the side. And they're all procured in 6 and where occasion demands in 10 lanes.
The most controversial project the Tinubu government has embarked on is the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, with critics questioning every aspect of the project.
Governments in the past have wanted to do that, but have lacked the political will to get it going. And so if there's anything one can say, with regards to the present administration, they have shown the will to want to get it done. But it is something that is shrouded in controversy. It's an alternative, which is a repair of the existing road infrastructure that has collapsed in many parts of the country. The Auchi, Benin, Abuja road, and so many other roads in the country that are, in very bad state, should have been done and should have taken preeminence before even the coastal road. But beyond that, again, is the fact it's the issue of, I think the government has flagged off about 200 roads from what they have told us. And so that in itself is commendable.
The Bola Tinubu government inherited 2,600 budgetary appropriation projects and special intervention projects nationwide. For now, it has embarked on 40 new projects across the country.
Well, since this is dominating the discussion, since President Bola Tinubu assumed office as Nigeria's president and the Minister of Petroleum and Natural Resources, the Nigeria oil and gas sector has witnessed great reforms that have affected the existing state of affairs in the sector, from the removal of fuel subsidy to the signing of executive orders aimed at enhancing the investment climate of the Nigeria oil and gas sector. It appears all is now set for massive growth in that sector. TVC News Helen Osamede Akins reports on some of the achievements and expectations from this administration.
No provision is there for fuel subsidy. The fuel subsidy is gone.
At his inauguration, President Tinubu announced the total removal of fuel subsidy, saying that the scheme has increasingly favored the rich more than the poor.
It's back for Nigeria.
He strongly believes that there is no justification for the ever-increasing costs at a period of dwindling scarce resources. Barely 2 days after the announcement, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited reviewed the pump price of petrol from 189 naira per litre to between 480 and 570 naira per litre, more than 200% increase. Many described this move by President Tinubu as a bold step and a decision previous Nigerian leaders could not take, despite several attempts. President Bola Tinubu signed executive orders aimed at enhancing the investment climate and positioning Nigeria as a leading destination for oil and gas investments in Africa. These orders introduced fiscal incentives for non-associated gas, midstream and deep water developments. They streamlined the contracting process, reducing the circuit to 6 months and adjusted local content requirements to ensure they do not hinder investment or cause competitiveness. This order provides tax incentives, exemptions and remissions for oil and gas companies. Under President Tinubu's administration, Nigeria's oil production increased by 8.7% in January 2024, reaching 1.64 million barrels per day compared to 1.51 million barrels per day in the previous year. This growth reflects efforts to optimize production through improved transparency, collaboration and exploration and production companies, and the adoption of enhanced oil recovery processes. Another achievement of this administration is the mechanical completion and the flash start-up of the country's biggest crude refinery in Port Harcourt. President Tinubu's administration pledged to bring on stream Phase 1 of the Port Harcourt refinery by the end of 2023 and the subsequent streaming of Phase 2 in 2024. In line with this pledge, the administration announced the mechanical completion and the flash start-off on the 20th of December 2023. The Port Harcourt refinery comprises 2 units, with the old plant having a refinery capacity of 60,000 barrels per day and the new plant 150,000 barrels per day, both summing up to 210,000 barrels per day.
We heartily announce the mechanical completion and flare start-up on the 20th of December 2023. This heralds the commencement of production of petroleum products after the Christmas break.
In its quest to deliver gas to provide additional power generation capacity in Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu's administration flagged off the Gwagwalada Independent Power Plant project of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. The Gwagwalada Independent Power Plant project is a 1.350 megawatts combined cycle power plant with auxiliaries and balance of plant situated on 547 hectares of land. The project will generate between $700 million and $800 million annually within the first 10 years of operations.
We cannot tackle poverty and create thousands of jobs, highly paying manufacturing jobs, unless we can generate and transmit and distribute reliable electricity.
The Gwagwalada IPP is among NNPC's flagship power project along the AKK corridor. This is part of the 3,600 megawatt cumulative power capacity, which includes Kaduna IPP of 900 megawatts and Kano IPP of 1,350. They are all work in progress.
This administration midwafted the establishment of the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative with the purpose to revolutionize the transportation landscape in the country, targeting over 11,500 new CNG-enabled vehicles and 55,000 CNG conversion kits for existing PMS-dependent vehicles. With 209.5 trillion cubic feet of proven gas reserves, Nigeria ranks 9th in the world among gas-rich countries, but the country is still far away from full utilization of these abundant natural resources for both domestic use and exports. President Tinubu has shown this eagerness to change Nigerians' energy story using the potentials of the gas deposits. On 15th May, the President commissioned 3 gas infrastructure projects in Imo and Delta states. The projects commissioned by the President include the ANOH OB3 CTMS gas pipeline and the ANOH gas processing plant in Asa community, Ohaji, Egbema local government area of Imo State, and the AHL gas processing plant, 2 gas projects in Kwale in Delta. Approximately 500 million standard cubic feet per day of gas in aggregate would be supplied to the domestic market from these 2 gas processing plants, which represents over 25% incremental growth in gas supply.
And that poverty should not prevent.
From the removal of fuel subsidy to the signing of executive orders aimed at enhancing the investment climate of Nigerian oil and gas sector, Nigerians still expect more from this administration. They hope that the 3 years left out of his first tenure will bring tangible changes with obvious impacts on lives and livelihoods. Helen Osamede Kings, TVC News, Abuja.
I think that after the declaration last year, May 29, when President Bola Tinubu said the subsidy is gone, Nigerians' lives have never remained the same. Whether I would like it or not, that singular pronouncement changed the course of every Nigerian. It affected every stage of our lives. And aside from that, you look at the floating of the naira, the administration have been trying to balance